Alright, I got another battle which will most likely be the last one for tonight, because it's pretty much the only battle that I have left that's decent, that's saved. It's pretty hard to find good battles just through the PSS, just challenging random people whose little quotes are saying battle me or whatever. Half the time they don't even accept anyways, but yeah, if you guys want to battle, leave your friend code if you're watching and if you're bored and, you know, if it's a good battle, I'll upload it for sure. Um, yeah, looking at his team, really, really nothing on his team seemed too threatening. Pretty much, I had pretty much checks and counters to everything on his team. So really, the only things that I didn't feel like I did was his Alakazam and his Klefki. But even his Klefki is dealt somewhat easily by my Garchomp. So I'm gonna start the battle. I decided to lead with my Diggersby, scarfed still, and he decides to lead off with his Alakazam, most likely predicting my Breloom, wanting to just take it out, not having anything on his team put to sleep, but I actually, I let off with my Diggersby. So I go out for the U-turn, and that easily knocks him down to his Sash. And yeah, I U-turn into my Gengar because nothing on my team wants to take a Psychic, aside from my Greninja, because, it's a Dark type. But I didn't want him to overpredict. He already predicted the Breloom most likely, so I didn't want him to go for like the Energy Ball or something if he had it on my Greninja. So he just goes for the Psychic. Alakazam's obviously faster than Gengar, so he just takes out my Gengar. My Gengar wasn't going to be doing too much work in this match anyways. He had a Tyranitar and a Tyrantrum and a Lucario, so none of those would have none of those would have minded taking Sludge Bombs anyways. So yeah, I switch back into my Diggersby, knowing that I can just U-turn or get momentum to either knock out his Alakazam or U-turn on whatever he wants to switch in. He decides to switch into his Klefki. That does very little, but I wasn't really looking for damage on it too much. I switch into my Garchomp because that's really the only thing that I have to hit it hard and possibly OHKO it. But he goes for the Reflect, so I could have gone for the Swords Dance, but I don't have too much experience with Klefkis. I don't really know what their base stats are. I just know that they have Prankster, have Spikes, and Thunder Wave, so I knew that he couldn't Thunder Wave me, so I just go for the Earthquake. And he switches into his Gastrodon to take the next Earthquake, and it does just way too little. And I have the Yachi Berry, so I could definitely take an Ice Beam from Gastrodon and set up a Swords Dance. But even after the Swords Dance, it really wouldn't be doing enough for it to be a good move, in my opinion. So I decided to switch into my Greninja to take the predicted Ice Beam. I take that, very well. I know how I have the Grass Knot, so I could kill it. And the following turn, I do go for the Grass Knot after he gets the leftovers. And yeah, leftovers and burn and poison take a while to have their animations go through when you're not speeding anything up anyways. I go for the Grass Knot on Lucario, and it actually does like 30%, maybe even 40 if you want to look at it that way. And I'm just thinking either Lucario is a lot fatter than I thought, or Greninja just has a really, really good damage output with Protein and Life Orb. He actually disproves my idea of him just being fat, and he goes for the Aura Sphere. He's scarfed, outspeeding my timid, perfect IV, max speed Greninja, and yeah, he takes that out. I send in my Breloom just to revenge kill the Lucario with the Mach Punch as he goes into Klefki. And at this range of HP, I was really unsure as to whether or not a Mach Punch would kill it. So I just decided to go into my Diggersby, not wanting to get Thunder Waved either. I take the Thunder Wave, obviously, ground type. I go for the Earthquake, and at this time I had forgotten that Reflect was still up, so was still up, so I was pretty sure that the Mach Punch wouldn't have killed. He goes into his Gastrodon to take the Earthquake. Reflect wears off. I go for another Earthquake, and it almost takes him out, but he's going to be able to get the Ice Beam off on me, and he actually ends up freezing me. So at this point, I don't really mind, just because I have so many things and so many answers to his team still left alive and whatnot, but it's just going to prolong the battle a little bit. So I completely forgot about Recover, and that just kind of made things worse and made me kind of want to just switch out. But I refrained from it because I didn't want to take an Ice Beam to the face with my Breloom, because I know that Breloom can just destroy Gastrodon and pretty much everything else that's on his team, because his Alakazam is knocked down to 1 HP. I just keep on trying to thaw out, and he finally takes me out with the Surf. And now I have a free switch into my Balloon. So I switch into that, and he really can't do anything because he's a Gastrodon, and I don't think there's even a single set that where Gastrodon runs speed, and even if it did, it wouldn't be able to outspeed me. I go for the Spore, and he switches into his Alakazam, which I didn't really understand. I guess he just wanted that to be asleep rather, but at the same time, you're gonna see that he doesn't switch out even after the Spore. I go for the Swords Dance because I know that he has one guaranteed turn of sleep. So I get up a free SD, and then next turn, I really don't want him to wake up and take me out with the Psychic because I will have like pretty much nothing for it after this. So I just go for the safe Mach Punch. Really no reason not to, I suppose. He then sends in his Gastrodon. I'm not necessarily, or no, his Klefki then. And then at this range of HP, I'm fairly certain that a Swords Dance Mach Punch will kill it. So, yeah. I wasn't certain whether or not Klefki would outspeed and go for the Thunder Wave either. So, yeah, I should probably look up its stats. Then he sends in his Gastrodon. I guess he kind of just knows that he's swept by now. I go for the Bullet Seed and just one kills him. So, that's to be expected, I suppose. And all he has left is his Tyrantrum and his Tyranitar, both of which will just easily go down to a Mach Punch. So yeah, that was pretty much the battle. I mean, kind of a sweep, so it was kind of boring, I suppose, if you want to look at it that way. But still, if you guys are watching and you guys want to have a battle with me, I don't really care if you know my team, unless like you're gonna be lame about it and counter team me. I mean, even still, I'm pretty sure the battle would be decent. So yeah, if you guys want to have a battle, I would love to. If you guys have 3DS with a nice team, if it's a good battle, we'll definitely upload it. And yeah, he sends in his Tyranitar, Mega Evolves, and it doesn't really matter. But I guess it's cool since I get to see his Mega. And Mega Tyranitar looks pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching if you did, and definitely if you guys want to have a battle, know that there's not too many people watching. I know my first video got like 25 views right now, but maybe this one will get maybe 10, 15, and maybe one of you guys will want to get a battle. So yeah, just comment or message me, and I will most likely message you back within a day. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see ya.